Well, hello, and here we are again, looking forward to England versus US of A in the Cricket T20 World Cup. This is coming up at 3:30 on Sunday, UK time. And it's a case of rinse and repeat, unfortunately, for England in a way, because yet again they could well be faced with having to boost their run rate in this match. In fact, they will definitely want to do that. Because of their narrow defeat yesterday, that's on Friday, to South Africa. And they'll be disappointed with that run chase, I think. I was out and about, didn't really get to see too much of it, unfortunately, but I followed the score, and they did very well to peg South Africa back after they got off to a flyer in their innings, well over 10 and over at one point, I think, if I recall. And they pegged it back to restrict, which I think is the right word, South Africa to 163 off the 20 overs. So back down to 8 and over, which for the England batting lineup is a manageable chase in anyone's terms. And unfortunately, they came up short. Didn't seem to manage the last few overs too well at all, having got themselves into a really good position through Harry Brook and Liam Livingstone, excellent partnership in the sort of latter part of the innings. So it fell away in the end, and they lost by narrowly. The only sort of silver lining to that cloud is that they didn't do their run rate too much damage in that match. So that held up, but they really would have wanted the 2 points to almost guarantee their progress through to the semi-finals. So here we are again then, faced with a match where they've really got to put the opposition away very comfortably. The one thing perhaps in their favour to do that is that USA have just lost their edge a little bit in this second phase, perhaps because they're playing against better opposition now across the board, but they've just lost their way a little bit and got quite a negative run rate at the moment, having got smashed really by the West Indies overnight, Friday into Saturday. UK time again. So here we are then, as I say, rinse and repeat for England. They will beat the United States of America. Obviously, I think that's most people would go down with that vote. But it's whether they can boost that run rate enough, or shake hands with South Africa and say, can you go and beat the West Indies for us, please? Because that's what we need to happen. That would be the better bet, because that's much more definitive. South Africa beat West Indies, England beat the USA, and England are through with South Africa. So we're down to that situation again that we had last weekend. England must beat comfortably USA on Sunday afternoon UK time, and then unlike the football, these games don't go concurrently, so we have to wait and see how West Indies and South Africa fare later that evening into Sunday, early hours of Sunday morning for UK followers. It's 1:30 a.m. Our time, so we will have to have another late night of either listening to the radio or having one eye open at the television at that hour, and see how it all goes. So England will win tomorrow against the USA. Will they get their run rate boosted? Well, yes, they will increase it, but will it be boosted enough to put the pressure on the other two if the result don't go their way? So if West Indies were to go and beat South Africa, then all three teams would be on 4 points. So it comes down to run rate totally then. And so England, the first to show their hand, so to speak, really need to put the pressure on that. As I say, if we can rely on our suddenly become friends from South Africa to beat the West Indies, all's well in the world, and England and South Africa would go through to the semi-finals. So we wait and see how all this pans out over the next 24 hours, and then we will take it from there. As I say, the competition rushing along a bit now. We get the semi-finals and the final all done and dusted by almost this time next Saturday. So 1 week to go. England still in at just a sloppy defeat yesterday. I think that's the word for it. A sloppy defeat yesterday which will disappoint them because they do pride themselves in being able to chase down scores with their batting lineup. So that will have hurt them a little bit. Having just got momentum going again with a splendid win over the West Indies earlier in the week. So there we go. We look forward to tomorrow afternoon and subsequently into the early hours of Monday morning and see how it all goes. But for now, let's just go and enjoy the rest of the weekend, and I will hopefully be previewing England's semi-final match sometime early next week. But that's fingers crossed and in the lap of the gods to a certain degree. So we shall see how it all pans out. Hope you're having a great weekend, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye bye for now.